Brum, brum, brum. For a while. American Truck Simulator, this is gonna be part 2. Let's continue. A carrier. Brum, brum, brum. Brum, 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 brum. That's our truck. No, I don't think so. We have to take a job, I think. Yeah, now let's go. Arizona? Okay, let's use Arizona. Phoenix. Phoenix. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and we choose those trucks. I think they are, yeah, those kind of trucks. They are more old school and they are very difficult when it comes to parking, as you saw, maybe, in part 1. So let's practice some more. Oh, come in, I forgot my overlay. Okay. Ow, inte. Ow. Okay. Now let's get started. So. Oh, hold on. Okay. It's so relaxing already. Cargo today is paint. And this is the weight I was talking about in part earlier. Same thing. Not having a concept for this kind of weight measurement. No, let's make some adjustments here. Mirror. Right mirror. And seat. Um, 90. 80, but we're gonna go a little bit back. Ooh, this is a tough guy. If I wanna see the mirror at the same time, at least the left one, then I have to really go out here a lot. Steering guy. Yeah, if I in 2012 or 2014, around this time approximately, I played Euro Truck Simulator. So I also checked the American version came out later, 2016. So I don't see the thing anymore here. Yeah, so it came out later. No, anyways, back then I played Euro Truck Simulator with 3 screens, like two older screens, like 2 older screens, and one big large screen in the middle. And with that setup, I could see more, of the surroundings. Also, I'm not sure, as I am often with VR, if this game supports VR, I don't know. I don't have a VR, but I could imagine pretty much. I mean, I should maybe look this up, but I never do because I don't own a VR. So what's the point for me? For my audience, I don't have one. So. And also look it up yourself if you want to know. Yeah, that's really interesting, that it seems, I mean, this is a simulation, right? I do not know how this matches the reality, in what degree. Still red, right? But in the German or European highways, you don't see trucks like that with such a long nose so often. They have like a very short nose, a front. So that's really interesting. We can go. This guy is first? Oh no, he's going this way. Oh, a 2-trailer guy. Yeah. King of the road, right? I saw a channel like that with the name. I don't know if you call yourself King of the Road. You really need to be able to park this guy very well without looking, from the outside. I checked some footage before I was buying the American version. Although it was pretty clear to me that this is the same game like the Euro Truck Simulator, only in a different place, different vehicles. And I saw a channel, King of the Road. Obviously, I mean that's not very creative, but it makes sense. But if you call yourself like that, you should be driving very well. Otherwise, come on. I don't know if he does. Don't watch, but yeah. King of the Road. Yeah, that makes sense. That I remember some parts of the English old school, lots of old school, of oldies, right? And when I learned English, I could guess what word it would be. So I've never really learned the songs. I loved always oldies, and when I learned English, when I knew a song, I could not sing the song properly. I only guessed the sound of it, and so I memorized basically the sound of it before I understood English. And when I finally understood, I could guess what the sound, probably what word it is. And now I'm still kinda learn, but not that I sit down and really study. I don't do this anymore. I don't feel like it anymore. I'm done with that. But what I still do is I encounter here and there some words, and some words which are still not so often in my vocabulary, like trailer, for example. I never thought about trailer. So now the word trailer is because of playing. Right now I play here this game here. Now I associate it more and more with the hanger, with the trailer. I know. Trailer to me is more like the word itself, like a movie trailer. Never really thought about this like a trailer, like a truck has a trailer, until I recorded a session. So there are still words out there which I still you could say kinda learn about, And so when I hear now the trailer, King of the Road, there is a word trailer, right? Makes sense. Unfortunately, I don't know the lyrics well enough, but it goes something like trailer for la la la, something like that, right? I have to check this out, maybe. Yeah, 56 something. I don't know. King of the Road, trailer for I'm too slow, actually. Oh yeah. This is what I was hoping we have like streets like that. Very wide, we can see so far, right? Very flat. Yeah. That's the idea. I like that. Let's get this guy again. And cruise control. Yeah, I think again with a steering wheel you could have probably better control. Even with the gamepad, you probably have a better control. To be honest, but it's still. I mean, it's really good with the keys too. You know, it's not bad at all. But you have to. What is that? Yeah, you have to press repeatedly on the buttons. Smash the buttons. Okay, hold on a second, I gotta... I know, it's a proper play would be a really... Should do this in game too, right? You know, getting a resting place and then getting myself some coffee. That would be the proper way of yeah. But hold on, I'm gonna get myself some water too. Okay, so let's continue here a bit. For a while we play. No. Agriculture inspectional thing happening. Oh, look at the stars. Yeah, that's a shame living in a big city. Not being able to see the stars, you know, so brightly. That is something I miss when, in a city. That's why I have a great idea, you know. Instead of, I mean, if I could push this idea, maybe that would be awesome. You know, during New Year, instead of shooting rockets into the sky, I think the whole Earth should agree, all cities, I mean depending on the time, right, to turn off the lights for 10 minutes everywhere, except the emergency lights, obviously, right? Yeah, that would be great. Then we could all see the stars, you know. Isn't that a beautiful idea? I think it's a great idea. And it shows again how much of a better human I am compared to everybody else. So. Yes, and I'm also very humble. Very humble with a P here. Because humble people are even more humble than actually humble people. And again, you see how great of a person I am, huh? No doubt about that. But Spaß beiseite, which is jokes aside. Yeah, I promised you a quiet night, but when it rains, I said, in the first part. So if we have a drive like this at night and it starts to rain, we're gonna record like almost like an ASMR session. Oh, fuck it. What is it? Please pull in the vehicle inspection. Ah, crap. Yeah, I'm not used to this. Oh, yeah. But why? What happened? Did I... this to me reads like I missed something, but it's just indicating that I have to go there now, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's another concept in the Euro Truck Simulator. I don't really know why that is, but whatever. Yeah, no concept for that. Yeah, this is too far away. I cannot really see that so well here. I have to really zoom in, and that's not helpful. It's better to use this guy, but this one is a little bit big, maybe later. Desert Center. What a weird center. I like your signs, every sign, it looks to me like a toy. It's funny. It probably comes from the fact that I don't, I know them only through games, so it makes sense that it's kind of toyish, right? To me, at least. Also the trucks, I mean, I also played with trucks like that as a child. I actually found a bunch of another time. It's too complicated to explain. for now at least. Too fast. Yeah, I like the cruise control. That's a nice feature. So an mph, that must be miles per hour, right? Like the Stundenkilometer would be like hour kilometer. Yeah. Oh shit, stop sign. Can we go? I guess so. So we still have 143 miles. Yeah, I tell you something, the mile thing still doesn't work. I'm probably not gonna get this understanding through the simulation because it's too... In order to understand the mile, I probably should... You know what I should do to understand it better? Is to actually use the phone and walk a mile to get a better perception. That's the only way I think I can understand. Or maybe in the car, but even cars are too fast for that. I still remember we at school we went somewhere. I don't know which school it was anymore, but I still remember the teacher and the kids being outside the school, and we walked. I think we walked 1 kilometer. And we all got a good understanding of how far that actually is, you know. I think that would probably help me more than playing the simulation here, because I still have no concept for the mile. So I should step outside, take my phone, and check what a mile actually is to get an understanding. Yeah, or that. Yeah, that could also work. That could actually. That could also help. Maybe just checking familiar places, yeah. Yeah, my brain is very practical, meaning I only learn through praxis. If I'm so bad with learning in theory, but I'm really good at picking stuff up while doing them, you know. That's so much better way for me to learn. Yeah. I think this counts for most people, but some people are really a little bit better with theory, you know. They can go through paper not getting overwhelmed by the amount of information and understand that theoretically. However, it's also often the case that theoretically people, they really struggle when it comes to adjusting to the real world with praxis, you know. Because they have no concept for stuff. They have like a manual in their head, and if everything goes according to the manual, no problem whatsoever. But if you have to be creative, then, you know, they struggle a little bit more, depending on how much of theoretical people they are. Yeah, people are so fucking annoying, so different. It's sometimes, yeah, it makes sense that this is the case. But sometimes I get tired of it, you know. I get tired of one thing always when I see my girlfriend is learning German, and she's a different learner. I had to accept that she cannot learn like I did, you know. That's something. It's good that I see that, because when I started out, obviously it worked for me, the way I've learned, and I wanna explain how much better this is of a learning experience, but it doesn't work for her, you know. So she likes to go to classes and have a teacher as well. So she needs to have more structure, you know. But there is always one rule which overrules also my experience with language learning. If it's fun for you, then it's the right thing to do. That overrules everything, because if it's fun, that means it's interesting, and if it's interesting, then you're on the right track anyways. But if it's boring, it's gonna be so hard. If you need to learn a language because you have to, it's also so much harder. So you better make sure that this is gonna be fun. Make it fun, otherwise it's gonna be so much unnecessary hard. And I can imagine how this must feel. Because I had an agreement with a buddy of mine learning Japanese back then when I started out with English. Short explanation is I said to him something, hey, if you help me getting started with English, I'm gonna learn with you Japanese, and I did. And I also started Japanese at the same time, which it was fun with Martin. Martin is a great buddy. He is so relaxed. He's a different person, like, to me, you know. I think we argued only once, which is rare with a character like me, because he is very, I don't know, very not like me in terms of, he's funny too. He is very intelligent, also well educated, also knowledgeable and patient at the same time. So and he has no short temper, like I do have that, but anyway, we had a good time. We met, you know, instead of playing Diablo, which we did earlier, we met and for a while and studied Japanese, you know? And so I learned Japanese a little bit aside, but never got really deep invested because I didn't care for Japanese much. My goal was really to finally, you know, have somebody, Martin, I can practice talking to him without feeling bad, you know. His English was okay, so and for him English is not a big deal because he learned it at school. I didn't, and he has to keep it. He has to practice English anyways because of his job. They do this, I think, once a week. If they still do that, I do not know. But for him, Japanese was more interesting. Yeah. So we had really a good time. I still have some oh shit, all the recordings. So I recorded some sessions while we were learning/playing. Oh shit, we cannot go there. Oh, that's cool actually. Later, oh shit, look at the truck here. Later in the game, we can actually take like jobs which you know, we have to deliver in time, and stuff like this can really screw that up, I think. Huh? Was that my character? Yeah, but anyways, overall, what drives me nuts is the way people have to study, and every time when I see my girlfriend getting some homework from her class, and if this is so unnatural, so far away from from the actual use of the language, it drives me really nuts. It's so overdone. Sometimes not even German, native speaker can understand or at least explain why certain rules are implied. So what the school is doing often is they not just you learn the language, but you also get rules information first, which is horrible, I think. Rules are important, but usually a language is not always based on rules only, and there are many exceptions to rules. So you learn the words and you learn the rules. That's tricky at the beginning, I think. It's easier to I think rules should only be explained if they are extremely common, meaning if there are only little exceptions. So then a rule can maybe be used. Like let's say it applies to 95%. That makes sense. But then, yeah, I mean, the sad thing is what German learner have to learn is a lot of German, obviously, but on top of this, explanations why, and this is you double learn. You're not just learning the language, but also the rules, and that can make it hard. Basically, some of the books, when I see those examples, I think this is more for people who wanna study a language, not necessarily learn it for normal business use even. So I don't know. This is so old school still, so dry learning. This is not a living. They don't teach like it would be a living thing. They teach it like it's a dead, boring theory you study, and that's what I hate about this kind of learning. It's so dry, it's so unnatural, it's so unnecessarily difficult and overwhelming for people, and then people start to feel dumb a little bit when I think, hey, this is even hard for Germans, for native speakers. That makes me mad, really, because it's unnecessary. But this really also depends extremely on the teacher. So if you like going to the school and you have a great teacher and it's fun for you, again, there's the one rule which always overrules everything I say. If it's fun for you, that's good. That's all. You win. Anyway. Yeah, we'll talk about this often. It's obviously it's one of the things I'm interested. I know about it, and I'm not getting tired of talking about this. Oh shit! I don't know which one. Yeah, numpad keys, you can use a lot of numpad keys for looking around also. So you can really leave the mouse alone sometimes. Yeah, but mouse is also faster, yeah. Oh. Ba-ba-ba-da. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Hmm. Donut. Hmm. No one on the street. It's so empty here. A zombie apocalypse is started, I think. Yeah, this shouldn't be too hard. Again, if the view here is not blocked, we actually don't have much of a problem. So where's the flag actually? Ah. Ba 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 ba. No, I have no legs anymore. I see. Okay, I'm gonna check once. I'm gonna turn this on here. Although, let's leave it off for now. Yeah, not perfect, but see how much easier it is when you can look backwards. So, we already reached level 4. And I think we're gonna go with fuel economy. Ah, this is fuel. Learning various fuel saving techniques will help you minimize your fuel consumption. Ah, I see. Now that's boring. So boring. No. This is much more fun. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's about it. Later I'm gonna record again. Maybe not much later. Okay. Bye bye.